Third down and 2. Little pitch. And first down from McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to walk the sideline along the sideline.
NFL News Today.
Throws on the run. Pass is complete on the run.
Insider reveals concerning update on Broncos QB Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, the quarterback, caught the attention of Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. Wilson only passed for 199 yards and 1 interception last season, but maybe it was the humiliating 31-24 loss to the New York Jets in Week 5 that made him famous, according to Payton. Therefore, there was no way to ensure that the Broncos would select their quarterback of choice, even though they had their eye on Bo Nix and the 2024 class. Wilson was thus purchased by Denver from the Jets for a song, presumably to provide seasoned quarterback competition for Jarrett Stidham, the current starter. While Wilson's 3-year NFL career makes it hard to see Payton calling him a fail-safe, he was at least an experienced option who might challenge Stidham in the event that the Broncos were unable to select a quarterback in the draft. Arriving around a week before the draft, Wilson helped set the stage for a 3-way open competition at quarterback when the Broncos selected Nix with the 12th overall pick on April 25. We've heard a lot about Stidham and Nix's situation now that the Broncos' offseason conditioning camp is complete, but what about Wilson? Earlier this week, Nick Kosmider of The Athletic offered his opinion on the Wilson situation. After 12 practices, 10 OTAs, and 2 minicamps, it's hard to tell where Zach Wilson slots in for the Broncos at quarterback. In a quarterback group that also features veteran Jarrett Stidham and youngster Bo Nix, the 4th-year quarterback has special arm talent. However, Wilson appears to be more of a slow learner when it comes to Denver's offense than Nix. Wilson probably won't start for Denver in Week 1 at this time, but training camp might change things. And if he hopes to land the backup position, he needs to make up ground, Kosmider stated. On the Broncos beat, what happens next? Keep up with all the news and analysis. Simply enter your email address to receive regular updates on breaking Broncos news by subscribing to our free newsletter. By virtue of the Jets deal, the Broncos were entitled to exercise Wilson's 5th-year option. However, Payton and company rejected. As the offseason training program came to an end, rumors circulated that Denver's priority was restoring Wilson's confidence. This suggests that Wilson is a little lower on the hierarchy than his background, as the 2nd overall pick would suggest. Stidham was the best quarterback available to the Broncos this offseason, according to Mike Kliss of 9 News, and other media members have concurred. Given that he is in the 2nd year of the Payton system, that would make some sense. Meanwhile, Payton, the coaches, his teammates, and media observers have all had nothing but positive things to say about Nix. Aside from his apparent arm talent, Wilson hasn't really done much well since moving to Denver. I have to agree with Kosmider's assessment of the situation. The Broncos may decide to keep all 3 quarterbacks on the field, particularly if Wilson makes up ground in training camp and during the preseason. However, if Nix ultimately lives up to the expectation of being the starting quarterback, there's not much benefit to holding on to a second veteran quarterback to support the player you signed as a free agent to be your starting quarterback. Signing Stidham meant that he was a true backup plan. And his skill set fits that. Nonetheless, Nix possesses the qualities of a genuine franchise quarterback, the kind recognized for being the force that lifts all boats. At the Broncos' final roster cutdown, when the music finally stops, don't be surprised if Wilson is left without a place at the table.
Kick is on its way. It is good. He's in motion. Pirouetting in the backfield. Williams hurdles over a defender, but is dragged down, but not until he gets to the